Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And also very good morning to all of you, my student DHT01 and also DHT02. I'm glad to make a video all of you to understand about the ecosystem. So last previous class we had already learned about the ecosystem as general. So ecosystem is about the all organisms interact with others organism, and interaction also involve their environment. So faham kan? Organism interact dengan organism. Sebagai contoh melibatkan competition. Sebagai contoh melibatkan prey and predation. Serta kita juga libatkan bagaimana berlakunya interaksi dengan benda bukan hidup. For example, physical environment. How does sun give their energy to the living thing to make their own organic compound? So itu yang kita kena jelas dengan ekosistem. So hari ini kita akan tengok bagaimana description of ecosystem for more details. So ecosystem is about biotic and abiotic component. Ecosystem consists of biotic and abiotic component. Biotic means living thing. So highlightkan elok-elok living thing, benda hidup. Dan abiotic is about non-living thing. Highlight elok-elok, this is non-living thing. So living thing and non-living thing, both of them make a component of ecosystem. Jadi bila kita fokus kepada benda hidup, living thing, so biotic component is consists of producer. Yeah, producer. And producer here also make a interaction with the consumer. And producer and consumer, both of them also interact with decomposer. So interaction among the producer, consumer and decomposer here is involved interaction among the biotic component. Adanya melibatkan prey and predator. Adanya melibatkan competition. Adanya melibatkan process feeding and so on. And also another one here, their interaction involve one-way energy flow together with their biotic environment. For example, sun, water. So sun give the energy for the producer to synthesize their own organic compound by the process of photosynthesis. Dia melibatkan satu aliran tenaga. So you need to understand the ecosystem is about two important things. The first one, how does the energy is flow? And the second one, how does the nutrient is cycle? So jadi saya suka untuk bawakan kepada kamu untuk fahamkan ekosistem ni bahawa dia adalah satu keadaan sistem alam, ya, yang terbuka. They are open system. Please understand, this is open system. Means that they need one another. They need the biotic component, they need abiotic component relate one another. This is open system. Both of them can influence one another. So benda hidup boleh influence benda bukan hidup. Benda bukan hidup boleh influence benda hidup. This is we call open system. They are not rigid. And it cannot sustain itself. So biotic component cannot sustain itself without abiotic component. Abiotic component cannot sustain itself without biotic component. Jadi kita kena faham bagaimana berlakunya nutrient cycle ini berlaku. Dia memerlukan benda hidup, dia memerlukan benda bukan hidup. So nutrient such as carbon perlukan lembu dan dia perlukan tanah. Jadi benda ni akan berkait satu sama lain, ya. So dalam ekosistem ni, kalau kita bercakap tentang energy pula, dia perlukan sumber tenaga. Dia need source of energy. Dia need energy input. And the energy input is come from sun. So daripada matahari ini, dia akan berkaikan satu tenaga. Dan energy is flow from the sun going to the producer, producer to consumer. And consumer and producer, all of them can be died. And when both of them die, they are decomposed by decomposer. So benda ini akan berlaku, ya. Berlaku melibatkan aliran dan kitaran. Flow and also cycle. Ingat sekali lagi, ya. Flow and also cycle. Ada yang flow, ada yang cycle. We discuss about energy first. Energy dalam ekosistem we are required energy. The source of energy saya dah bincangkan tadi bahawa it come from the sun. So energy from the sun going to the producer by the process of photosynthesis. Producer consumed by consumer, and producer and consumer both of them died, and then they are decomposed by decomposer. So energy ini tak boleh berpatah balik. They are occur in one way direction. So energy cannot be recycled. Berbeza dengan perkara yang kedua iaitu nutrient. Kalau energy dia ada satu sumber iaitu sun. Tetapi nutrient dia are no any source. Because nutrient are cycle along the ecosystem. Dia berkitar dalam ekosistem. Maka dia tidak ada sumber. Nutrient sebagai contoh karbon ataupun nitrogen, karbon atau nitrogen, dia boleh berada pada abiotic component seperti dalam tanah ataupun udara. Karbon juga boleh berada dalam benda hidup. Contohnya berada dalam animal ataupun dalam plant. So they are recycled. So the efficiency of the energy flow and nutrient flow is very important to stabilize the ecosystem. Jadi saya gemar untuk bawa kepada kamu untuk membuat satu table penting tentang ecosystem. So when you make a lesson about the ecosystem, you need to understand what is ecosystem tell about. Ecosystem is made up from biotic component and abiotic component which is interact one another. Okay, which is interact one another to sustain both. Ya. Jadi ekosistem akan dilihat dalam dua perkara. Yang pertama energy. The first one is energy. Okay. The second one is nutrient. So energy here, tenaga cannot be recycled. So we call here as a energy flow, aliran tenaga. But then nutrient can be recycled. So we call them as a nutrient cycle. So bila kamu faham tentang ekosistem, kamu tidak akan lari pada dua perkara ini. You discuss about energy flow, you are discuss about nutrient cycle. Dan energy, aliran tenaga ni berlaku antara benda hidup dan benda bukan hidup. It involve one way direction. The energy is come from the sun. And aliran tenaga daripada cahaya matahari, they are going to the producer, tumbuh-tumbuhan. Tumbuh-tumbuhan feed by consumer seperti lembu. Ya, lembu feed by tiger. So aliran dia berlaku satu aliran. Tadi tenaga daripada cahaya matahari sampai kepada tumbuhan, tumbuhan sampai kepada lembu, lembu sampai kepada harimau. So this is the energy flow. Dan semua ini akan mati, die, and then they are decomposed. Dia akan diuraikan oleh decomposer. Sebagai contoh adalah bakteria and also saprophytic fungi. Berbeza dengan nutrient. Nutrient adalah dalam bentuk kitaran. Carbon dioxide yang ada pada atmosphere diikat, okay, fixed by the plant dari proses photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide from the atmosphere fixed by the plant, and the plant synthesis sugar. Sugar ada carbon, banyak sugar. Plant feed by the lembu, okay, feed by cow. Lembu makan pokok. Kemudian sugar from the plant, starch from the plant going to the cow, lembu. Dan kemudian lembu akan mati. Karbon terurai kembali kepada atmosphere. So dia akan berlaku dalam bentuk kitaran yang kita panggil sebagai carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle, water cycle. So you need to understand about both of item, iaitu energy flow and nutrient cycle, in order to understand about ecosystem. So this is our lesson for this video. We are going to see next part about the ecosystem. So ini saja. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye semua. Jadi yang ini ni kamu buat dalam A4 paper dan snap kemudian hantar dalam Telegram ya.